Oh, big old wiggle car. Calm it down, calm it down, calm it down, calm it down. Woohoo! Stop snapping on my car, please. I just want to make it to the finish. Hey guys, Adrian Racing here, back today with another video. Now, I was scrolling the internet last night and I came across this. Now, what I also came across while scrolling through the internet was a video from Spa back in the 1980s. Now, back in the 80s, Le Mans cars and, well, sports cars were a little bit different to what they are now. Group C was the main rivals in world endurance racing, and back in 1985, during the Spa 1000 kilometers, Porsche decided in their 962 they were going to put an onboard camera. Now, I've actually not seen this footage before, so watching it was pretty crazy, and it gives you a real sense of just how wild and raw and visceral the cars were back in the 80s. Now, this onboard from 1985 is basically the start of the 1000 kilometers of Spa. Driving the car was Jochen Mass in the number 1, and he's dicing with other drivers like Derek Bell, Tracy, Thierry Bousson, and it's just crazy watching these cars go absolutely at it from an era that I wasn't born in, and to me feels so alien and so long ago, yet it was only 30-40 years ago that this was actually happening. Now, I then thought, I wonder if I could find an old 80s version of Spa for Assetto Corsa, and as if by magic, there is one. There is one on Race Department. The link will be in the description below if you want to go check it out yourself. And we're going to head over there, jump into some Group C cars, and go for a quick 5-lap race against the AI, just to get a taster of what it would have been like for these absolute legends and wrestlers back in the day, wrestling these cars around Spa-Francorchamps. So without further ado, let's jump onto the circuit, and I'll see you there. Here we are on the grid for a cursed standing start. We got Porsches, we got Mazdas, we got Saubers, and it is lights out and away we go. Try and get a decent standing start in a car that should not be doing standing starts. And already up to the old school La Source. We go for the first time, hill tying down to first gear. Oh, AI very slow from there. I see a little gap. I'm going to try and slot into it. Oh, little bit from the Sauber behind. We're sort of stuck on each other right now. Get off your Sauber. And now down the hill. There he goes, just into that thundering Sauber. I love the sound of that car. Is that another Sauber there as well? Yes, that is. And now down to Eau Rouge for the first time. Just throw it in. Look how much different the corner is. Oh, AI really started the hill there. We've got to run on the left-hand side now along the Kemmel Straight. Look how much narrower it is. Grass either side of you. If you make a mistake, go off here. You're not going to have a good day. Just look how much power the Sauber's got. We've got absolutely nothing in a straight line to match that. Down to second gear for the Lacon complex. Again, just look at how close the barriers are. There is no runoff whatsoever. Tyre barriers, Armco barriers, concrete barriers even. We're heading down into the hairpin at Malmedy. Second gear, just try and feed it through, hug the inside. And then try and just feed the power in on the exit. The car is not liking these low speed corners on the power. Big turbos behind us, absolutely old school turbos as well. So horrendous amounts of turbo, like you can see. The boost gauge on the left-hand dial. Oh, car's a bit skittish coming into pull on there. Before we get back on the power on the exit. There we go. Oh, Sauber's very slow. We're going to have to try and force it around the outside. He forces it wide. We live to fight another day. Now up to what is now the Fagnes chicane. Car absolutely dancing around all over the place. There you go. Nicely done now. Stavlo 1. Important corner. We've got to try and get a good exit. AI missing the apex by a little bit there. Just look how much different again. Absolutely no runoff area at all. Anywhere around the circuit, just narrowness. You can see all the houses. You can see all the trees. You can't get any of this in the modern layout of Spa. I can see why, of course, safety is important, but it just feels so much more like scary and endangering. And there's a big crash up ahead. Lots of tyre smoke. Someone's gone off. I think it was one of the Mazdas. Oh, and hard on the brakes into the old school bus stop, which actually looks like a bus stop, not just a chicane nowadays. Getting a big old wiggle on, and already we're on to the second lap of 5. Got a Porsche no mirrors, another Mazda as well in that famous green-red livery. Oh, the Porsche spun round behind us. And now for the first time, let's go for a full racing speed run up to Eau Rouge and Radion. So down the hill we go. Barriers right next side us. And just look at the tyre barrier on the exit of Radion. Just how scary it would be to come through it. Corner so much tighter than it is now. A lot more, definitely not flat. And now look at the run we've got on the Sauber. It might have the straight line speed, it might have the power. We've got the slipstream, we've got the momentum. How late do we dare leave it to break? Oh, I wimped out of that one. And now through Lacombe again. Car dancing around all over the place. You tap the throttle, nothing happens, and then you tap it for a bit longer, and all of a sudden all hell breaks loose. 800 odd horsepower these things were running back in the day. Oh, that was a bit early on the old downshift there. Locking the rear axle a little bit, but not really a problem. And you can just see the turbo just trying to spool up. We really cannot get it working. Maybe we can try and get the cut back, but he gets a good enough exit, and then there goes the Sauber power. Absolutely nothing we can do. So we head down the hill into Huon once again. Just trying to feed it in, get on the power nice and early. Still not flat, still not flat. There you go. Oh, he's slow. He's slow on exit. Why did the AI do that? I don't know. It's fine. We survive. We survive. And we make the move stick. And now we've got to worry about the Mazda behind. Of course, the Mazda won 24 Hours of Le Mans in 1991. Everyone thought that a rotary Group C car would just break down. And I mean, given how the memes about rotary cars became and how unreliable they are, it actually won 1991 without a single breakdown in any of the cars. In fact, the only mechanical failure I think they had throughout the whole 24 hours of all the cars, or at least the winning car, was a headlight bulb. All the other cars, all the regular combustion engine cars were breaking down left, right and centre. But the Mazda with its rotary pulled through, and it had so much power. And now into the bus stop, down to first gear, just trying to feed it through that first sector. And there we go, flat on the exit. Whoa! Okay, don't touch the curb though. And already onto the third lap we go. Now I've got to be mindful of this Sauber here. He's going to have the power on us coming down the Kemmel Straight, so we need the best exit possible out of La Source. And we actually get a very nice one indeed as we head down the hill towards the Eau Rouge Radion complex again for the third time. But just look how crazily different it is. Big lift. Flat in modern cars, not flat in this. And we've definitely pulled enough of the gap on the AI there. I think they struggle a bit through Eau Rouge and Radion. And now we can finally get a little bit of an open, clear lap. Now, how late do we dare brake? Oh, I missed my gear shift there. Went into fifth instead of third. Professional driver, of course. Go on through Lacombe. There you go. Nicely done. He's going to try and catch up to the pack ahead. I'm braking very early here. Just don't have the confidence to carry the speed into the corners that I know you can. Through No Name, back down to second gear very quickly. And just look at the turbo, it's just spooling up. It's ridiculous, this car. So much turbo lag. There you go. Now we're starting to get the hang of this. I say that and then we immediately start understeering. Flat through the second half of Huon, running wide on exit. Now to Panya chicane. Well, I'm downshifting very early here, playing a bit risky. Of course, damage is off, so the engine cannot blow. Big old wiggle there as we step out on the throttle on the curve there. Hill towing, downshifts. Now there's a really cool video that I love watching. I can't actually find it at the moment. I have seen it before. I remember watching it of, I believe it was Derek Bell driving a 956 around, I think it was either Spa or it might have been a Japanese track. And you can physically hear him groaning at the wheel every time going through every corner. You can just hear him as he's having to put all of his physical effort into just turning the steering wheel. Of course, back in the day, no power steering, no ABS, no traction control, no assists of any kind. Just how big your cojones were between your legs was the limiting factor to how fast you could drive these cars. But you can physically hear him groaning every corner, every time turning the wheel, as if he's putting all of his might and force into just simply getting through the corner. And that lap after lap after lap for 2 hours at a time, 3 hours at a time. these guys were absolute nutters to want to get into this and drive these on the absolute edge of grip as well. Some of the qualifying lap onboards I've seen have been absolutely ridiculous. If you haven't watched any content like this from real life before, I beg you go watch it. It's insane seeing these old school onboards. I mean, the F1s are crazy, don't get me wrong, but everyone's seen the F1 onboards. No one watches the Group C onboards, but they're just as ridiculous. There's one where 1989 qualifying lap onboard with a 962, and there's no chicanes down the Mulsanne at Le Mans. There's no chicanes. A minute and a half, full throttle in a car with almost 1,000 horsepower. That's like 230, 240 miles an hour. In the 1980s in a car, if you have an off there, you're not going to walk away from that. And that was what the scary thing was. Of course, chicanes were then introduced in 1990. The track was slowed down, but watching these onboards, it just doesn't feel real. It does not feel like it actually happened. It looks like it's fake. Yet that is what happened. That's how racing was back in the day. And as much as safety and all of that has come a long way, I wish we could go back to the cars like this. Absolute hero cars of yesteryear. But that's just rose-tinted glasses, of course. We can't have people dying at racetracks. But these things were absolute monsters, and to watch the drivers absolutely wrestle them through the corners. Oh, we go wide. Thought we had to run the Sauber then. And that's why it's so important that we keep these footages, keep these historic events alive. Historic Le Mans, Goodwood, historic Spa. These events need to happen. These cars need to be driven for the future motorsport fans to know just what it was like. Onto the final lap we go. Right, let's see if we can try and make some moves. We're about a second and a half behind this Sauber up ahead. Now, if my reckoning is right, they'll be slow through a Rouge. We might be able to get a run into Les Combes. So up to 5th gear. Just a small lift. Back on the throttle as early as possible. There we go. There's the run. There's the run. Ducking the slipstream. Which line is he going to take? He's going to take to the left. I'm going to take to the left. And past the Sauber we go. Now that is a 962 up ahead of us. Hill towing nicely down the gears. Oh, big old wiggle car. Calm it down, calm it down, calm it down, calm it down. Woohoo! Stop stapping Gobby car, please. I just want to make it to the finish. Down into Malmedy we go. Send one up the inside. Oh, I thought about it there, but just had to back out the gap. Wasn't quite on. Using the power to get the car rotated out of the corner there. That's the way to do it. Oh, don't touch the curbs. The curbs are scary. I'm out of breath here and I've just done 5 laps. God, I wish I had a VR headset. If any of you want to buy me a VR headset, go ahead. I'm not going to complain. I wish I could do this in VR, but unfortunately I don't. Oh, there we go. There's the run. Surely up one into Fagner. Just stick a wheel in. Maybe he'll try and give us the space. AI, do it. Oh, he goes wide, but we might be able to get the switch back. He cuts us off. Oh, we go wide onto the gravel almost. Down into Stavlo. Oh, I should be in 2nd gear there. Oh, he brakes. Brakes on exit. That's a new one on me. Come on, AI, get a move on. Damn it, we've just ruined our momentum there, and now the 962 is going to have to slipstream on the Sauber as well. Come on, just a few corners to go. Just Blanchimont, they're going to be slow through here. We might have a run into the bus stop. I'm slow as well. He goes wide. Come on, get the run. How late do we dare leave it to brake? Oh no! Oh no! It's gone wrong. Come on, make the move. Onto the final lap. We take him out. Whoa! Oh, come on, car. Come on, car. Come on, car. And across the line. We finished in 13th place. Slight murder at the end there. But, wow. I mean, I'm sweating. I'm out of breath just from doing 5 laps there. Whoa, these cars are crazy. But, oh man, I hope you've enjoyed this video. That was so much fun getting to drive these cars. Again, I'll put the link in the description below for the track. All these cars are base Kunos content. I think there might be DLC. We'll see about that. I beg you go watch some of this old school content. Again, I'll put the link to the original video in the description below. You have to go check it out. I hope you've enjoyed my little run into the past here, just to have a feeling of what it would have been like to race these cars back in the day. And if you have enjoyed it, I really appreciate if you do hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to as well. Go check me out on Twitch, link in the description below. All that's left for me to say is thank you very much for watching. Have a really awesome rest of your day. And yeah, see you in the next video. See you later, guys.